one to get my hand around anyway, you know? Yeah. A bit of a zoo in here.
We continue on now with our medium amateurs. 2597's on course. 2597 is feeling. Andy Phillips joined us here. 2597. Here for our medium amateurs. It's Sandman. Maria Costa joined us here. 7192.
Is he supposed to be here?
Score before falls here is a jump off.
Yeah.
Let's begin.
Okay.
That was super exciting.
You have no idea how exciting. I haven't shown him in almost 2 years. So I wasn't sure this day would even come. And the fact that it's here and he was so perfect is a dream come true almost. I'm so happy. Has to be one of the biggest highlights of my season so far. Yeah, he had an injury 2 summers ago. And he was off for a few months. We weren't really quite sure, like couldn't pinpoint what was wrong with him. Ended up having to get surgery and getting a little piece of bone removed in his leg. And it was kind of up in the air about if he would come back, if he wouldn't, if he would jump again was really a far stretch. So him to go in there and do the mediums is really past what everyone expected. So it was like a blast from the past. It felt like, you know, riding a bike. It felt like yesterday that I showed him, so it was really, really a good feeling. And I'm not sure there are many horses that would just walk into the show ring after 2 years and be perfectly, like, quiet, not wild, and exactly the way he was 2 years ago. He's the best. Yeah, okay, the first round, first jump was good. I thought maybe he'd be a little spooky just getting started, but he wasn't. Jump 2, he was good. He has a bit, the only thing about him is he doesn't get his lead changes perfectly. It's always been a thing of his. So most of the course we were on this lead, that lead, cross cantering. That's the only thing that makes him a little difficult. But it's really good practice just to keep my focus, keep going forward even when the leads are a little off, because he doesn't care. He's used to it. So just the way he goes. You can't tell with his saddle on, but he has a bit of a sway back. You probably saw in the first video. And I think his conformation just makes it difficult for him to make his lead changes perfectly. But the entire course, he was great. I think I came in a little fast to the double of verticals, so I got pretty lucky at B. But it was good. I just kind of feeling it out again. Got to get used to him again. He's definitely not like my other horses that I've been riding for the past 2 years, but like I said, it's like riding a bike. I remember perfectly, so.
And he's 14.
He's 14 this year. No, he's really not. I got him when he was 8, so I've had him for a good amount of time. And yeah, so there's hope for the future, I think, as long as we take good care of him.
And does he enjoy being at the horse shows?
Oh yeah, he gets so excited. I brought him up here earlier this season just for a trail ride, and I could barely control him. He was here and he was bouncing around like, oh my gosh, we're back at the show. He's so excited. So yeah, I think he's really happy. He's definitely a happy show horse.
And what's the care that you do with him like now?
He'll go back, we'll ice his legs, then they'll poultice and wrap him and, you know, take good care of him. Yeah.
So it was above and beyond what you expected.
It was everything I wanted and more. Yeah, for sure. I'm excited. We'll see where it goes from here, but thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for capturing that moment. Thanks. Good boy, Sandy.
No, you said that.
Alright, so Jennifer on set, they're looking for that second rotation of 4. That is Sandman.
Hey, jumping and also a time penalty for Sandman 9 total. He went around 79.77 seconds this morning. Time allowed is 79.
Yeah, this was my first classic back with Sandman, just his second class back. He was really, really good. He was, you know, it's a 1.35 meters, so it's a bit bigger. We weren't gonna do the classic this week, but because he was so good the first day, we figured why not. So we did it, and he was perfect. I mean, we're a little rusty in the fine-tuning aspect of it, so we had 2 down. But he jumped amazing. He felt great. I felt comfortable. Felt like old times. So it was good. Very exciting.
The play-by-play.
Play-by-play. Okay, so where do we start? Fence 1, it was good. We rode up to it. Fence 2 was really good. He's good when he comes up with his head. That's when he jumps best. And he came up really nicely to fence 2. Fence 3 was a little sloppy around the corner, which I think resulted in him just getting a little discombobulated, and I didn't, you know, really tell him, okay, like, watch your front end over this fence. So we had that down. Then we rode up in the 5. He jumped the second oxer, amazing. It was a really tight time allowed because there were a lot of spots in the course where you could get caught in the time, because from fence 4 to fence 5 ABC, it was like a mile away. So you had to really gallop over there. I was so happy with the triple combination. He felt like he jumped it amazing. I can't wait to see it. He felt like he jumped amazing, and then the 2 verticals after that, great. We were kind of cross-cantering going to the triple bar, which I think slowed me down a bit. But he jumped the triple bar, great. Double verticals, he jumped really well, which was definitely an improvement from the first day. The double verticals are a bit tricky for him, but he jumped them really well today. And then it was 5 strides to the next oxer, which I had down as well, because it was a bit of a bigger oxer on the course, and I wanted to make sure he got across because that's always the harder aspect for him, getting across rather than up. And I legged him too early. I didn't pick his head up like I should have, so we had that down. And then we finished the course amazing. We jumped the skinny. He jumped it really well. 8 strides to the oxer, and a really good roll back to the Liverpool, which I think our last jump was one of our best. So he finished out amazing. He was perfect. I'm so happy.
And what was your strategy for warming up?
Warming up today, I went early, so I tried to get here early to walk, so I was able to get on him about 15 minutes ahead of time. So I just flatted him like I always do, just get him warmed up and loose, because with the past injury, he needs a little bit to get out and get stretching and get moving just to make sure he's comfortable. So I got on a little early. Then we just schooled. In the schooling ring in the beginning, it's good to like make them work a little harder when they're smaller. So I would put him a little deeper, not leg him too much, so he could, you know, start getting his blood flowing and thinking, his mind working. And then once they start putting them up in the schooling ring, then I start riding a bit stronger. And then the last jump before we go in, we just jump 1 vertical, and I try to weight to it, put him a little bit deep, so then he jumps it. I save my more perfect rides, hopefully for the show ring, make it a little bit easier for him in there. Just that, I mean, they were really nice about it. They were like, no expectations with this class, so just go out there and have fun. It's only his second one back. But, you know, they were telling me, like, leg on, make sure he gets across the back rails, and double of verticals, really be sure that I'm tall with my body, because that's something that's difficult for him too. And time allowed is always a factor for me as a rider, so they're always constantly reminding me of that, which I ended up having a time fault anyways. But that's a downfall of mine. I'm a bit slower in the first round. But yeah, so that's that.
How's that?
For the Nations Cup, I didn't get to come watch the Nations Cup in person because I had a lot of schoolwork due at 11 p.m. And I knew that if I came to the class, there was no way I was getting it done. So I set up 2 computers on my bed, one for schoolwork, one with the live stream of the Nations Cup. It worked out. It got everything done at once. It was good.
You tweeted us.
Yeah, that was so exciting. That's a big deal, getting recognized at UConn.
I know how she balances her school.
Right. Well, that's how I do it. I do a little bit of both, a little bit of riding, a little bit of schoolwork.
And do you feel like a student who rides or a rider who goes to school?
I'm gonna be honest, I like to consider myself a rider that goes to school. But I do enjoy school. Right now, it's something that's really important to me. I want to get my degree and finish out college for sure. So slowly but surely, I'm going to get that done.
And so far, the grades have been good.
Oh yeah, I like to take pride in what I do. So even though school isn't something I love, I'm going to give it my all and try and do my best. So my grades have been good. For sure. It makes you take pride in what you do and realize that hard work really does pay off. I think riding has really kept me more focused, because when you're busy, you don't have the free time to procrastinate and mess around, and when you have more of a structured schedule, you get things done quicker. I think it's been a really good combination, school and riding. For sure, I love my trainers. They're like a second family to me. I take advice from them in all aspects of life. I think being around them day by day, I start finding myself saying things the way they do, doing the things the way they do. They've been a huge impact on me. Christine McRae is showing Zurley today in the Grand Prix this afternoon at 2 o'clock. So that should be exciting.
How's that horse?
She's amazing. She's the coolest horse. She's 10 this year. She's already done some incredible stuff. She did the Nations Cup in Spruce Meadows when she was 9. She won a big class here last year. She's a really nice horse. They have both John and Chris both have really good strings of horses, so they're all pretty amazing, but Zurley's cool. Yeah. How long she's been showing Zurley? I would say a little over a year, probably a year and a half.
Kind of new.
Yeah, newish. I mean, she had her all last year here as well. She got her, if I'm remembering correctly, right before we got down here last year in the fall.
All right, so
Yeah.
You'll be helping.
Yeah, I'll be setting jumps, and I don't know if I really have advice to give her, but, you know, I'll be there for moral support. Yeah, good job. You got it. Yeah.
Wonderful.